Hey guys, welcome to A Touch of Film. Really cool Blu-ray update today. I've not been around for a while, was on holiday for a little while, been busy at work, but I'm back with a huge stack of Blu-rays. A pretty mixed bag. I've got some UK titles, some American titles, Australian for once, with a couple. But yeah, and a Hong Kong release. Some amazing films here. I'm really chuffed about some of these pickups. So let's get into it. First up, we have Streetwise. This is, I don't know what the label is that released this. Is it Decalogue? It's part of the OCN. And it's this amazing Chinese film directed by Na Jiazhao, and it's this grimy crime thriller about this young boy just involved in crime, and he falls for this woman who also has an ex-husband who's one of the top gangsters in the area, and yet he comes from his father's this an old school gangster as well. It's a really cool crime thriller. It's also got elements of a coming of age. It's really nice cinematography. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Here's the inside. English subs, it's region A, but yeah, it's well worth picking up. I think most of my people that subscribe to me have got region 3, so you should really pick up a region 3 Blu-ray player. They're quite reasonable nowadays. Next up, I was so looking forward to this release. I heard that it was going to be coming out. I heard that it was going to include this extra film which no other box set has included. It is The Poetry of Lee Chang-dong, 4 films. It's got, oh god, let's go into it. It has got Green Fish, Oasis, Peppermint Candy and Poetry. Now, all of them have had Blu-ray releases, apart from Green Fish has never had a Blu-ray release with English subs. It's a really nice release in a really nice rigid box set. This is released by Film Movement. There was all this chat about Film Movement releasing a box set or all his films, and they had the rights for Green Fish, and it was just it was on the cards, so everyone was just waiting for it, and they finally released it, and it is just such a stunning release. I mean, I love that. There's Lee Chang-dong himself. I met him at BFI Film Festival once when he brought The Burning to the UK. Great film, that one, but that is really well worth picking up. I think Oasis is one of the greatest Korean films ever made. It's really touching. I always watch it with the missus for Valentine's Day or something like that. It's such a beautiful film. I think all his films are, really. Next up, something very different. We have, this is just absolutely amazing. It is Bad City. It's a crime thriller. It's from the director of Hydra. It stars Hitoshi Ozawa, Tak Sakaguchi, Lily Frankie. Lily Frankie is so good as a bad guy in this, and it's just an old school ode to V cinema. All those classic Japanese crime thrillers that got straight to video, VHS, and it's just a love letter to those films, and it is super violent. I just love this film. It was one of my favourite films of the year it came out. That's Bad City. That's a US release. It's region A locked, unfortunately. Next up, we have from Plain Archive, Our Little Sister, directed by Hirokazu Kurita, one of my favourite directors. And this is just such a beautiful... This is the 4K release, first time on 4K. It comes with this beautiful digipack with the Blu-ray and 4K. It's just so nice. The artwork is... If I could zoom, get a close-up of that. It's just got this really nice watercolour effect on there. I love that. They've previously released 2 others, which was Still Walking and... Oh God, I can't remember what the other one was. But yeah, they've given some love to Kurita. I hope they release more. I'd like to see more 4Ks of Kurita. Don't think we've had any just yet. I think this might be the first one. I might be wrong, but it might be the first 4K that we have of Kurita. Next up we have from Third Window Films, their director's company, we have Luminous Woman, directed by Shinji Samai. I think Shinji Samai is just one of the greatest Japanese directors. This was, I think, the first release, the third release into the label. We've also had Typhoon Club and Love Hotel. 3 amazing films in this director's company series from Third Window. I think they've given so much love to him, and it's just so great to see more like his work on Blu-ray. This is just an absolutely amazing film about this man who goes looking for a woman in... he's like from a village, and he goes to see her in the main city of Tokyo, and he's like this proper country bumpkin, but he's like so easily led astray. It's a really great film, really good cinematography, and I highly recommend it, and that is Luminous Woman. Another one from the director's company. This is just... this, I was so excited when this got announced. It is by Gakurio Ishii. It is Crazy Family. This is just as crazy as the family is. It is a crazy film about the patriarch of this family, the father, where he just is so let down by his family and decides to have a mass suicide in the family. But each one is just such a great character in this film. It's just such a cool film. It's stacked with special features. You've got an interview with Sogo Ishii. You have the Tom Mess commentary. You have James Belmont doing a video essay on it. It is just really a really cool release, and it's just so much love has gone into this. It's absolutely amazing. I think so far there's not been anything that's not been amazing coming out from the director's company. I feel like everything has been like solid, like top level films. Next up we have from Australia, from Umbrella, we have Chaser, directed by Na Hong Jin. It stars Kim Yun Suk and Ha Jung Woo. I love Ha Jung Woo's the films he's like, some of his older films. I just feel like he's just such an underrated actor, and Na Hong Jin is just one of the best directors in Korea. I feel like he's got a small body of work, but each one has just been like phenomenal. Whaling, Yellow Sea, and yeah, Chaser, just like 3 out of 3 for him. He's just so cool. And The Chaser is just such a grimy thriller about this ex-cop who's now a pimp, and one of his girls goes missing, and he goes looking for her. And apparently, it's a serial killer who's got her. It's just absolutely phenomenal. Next up, we have A Man Called Hero. This is released by Vinegar Syndrome, directed by Andrew Lau, and stars Ekin Cheng as Hero, this master swordsman who goes to the US. It's a really cool action kung fu classic film. It's got some great actors in there. You've got Yun Biao, Anthony Wong. It's just so cool. Love this release. This is region A. So it got, yeah, it's just got some great. It's got a video essay on a blood sword in the road, A Man Called Heroes, placed in Hong Kong cinema action movie landscape. 17-minute video essay by Justin Declue of the Important Cinema Club. Yeah, so a lot of great special features in there. Yeah, definitely worth picking up. Next up, another Australian release from Chameleon. It is Motorway. This one includes the soundtrack. It is directed by Chen Pu Soi, stars Sean Yu and Anthony Wong as 2 police officers, sort of like road cops who like pull people over for speeding, but they're also like they can drive fast themselves. They're like racers themselves, and it's just a really cool sort of like crime thriller where they're after a driver who's like involved in crime. But it's a really cool film. I really enjoy this. I think it's like a must-have. Next up, I heard a lot of big things about this film. Really wanted to see it. It was one of those big Chinese films from last year, and I didn't get a chance to see it. It wasn't showing at any of the film festivals. It should have been. It is Across the Furious Sea, directed by Kiao Biaobing, and it's about this man whose daughter goes missing, and the person who is involved in her missing in this crime is protected by his wealthy family, specifically his mum. It's just it's such a nice grimy thriller. There's the Amore inside there. This is released by Diskino. Yeah, a really nice crime thriller. It's not cheesy. It's really well made. The cinematography is stunning. It came out at a time when like there was some great films coming out from China, like As the River Flows. So yeah, really love this film. So glad I picked it up. And that is Across the Furious Sea. Next up we have from Johnny To, another one from Vinegar Syndrome. It is Lifeline, starring Sean Lau, who's this chief fireman of this fire station, who seems to be having a lot of bad luck at the moment. They've got bad reputation, but they are all good guys and hardworking. This is the 4K release, and they get this new like chief fire officer. Was that what they called? Yeah, it's a Shaw Brothers film. But yeah, really worth picking up, guys. I absolutely love this film. A lot of fun with it. It's a little bit cheesy, a little bit fun, but still a really great film. Next up, oh, this is like, when this got announced, I was super excited. By a director I absolutely love, Nobuhiko Obayashi. It is Beijing Watermelon, released by Carney. This is just such a cool film about this greengrocer who just helps out some Chinese foreign students who are a bit hard on money, low on money, and he just helps them out by like giving them special offers, and then he ends up building a bit of a relationship with them at the behest of his family, who he just sort of like ignores and puts them first. But it's really charming. I think it's one of Obayashi's probably most like underrated film. You'll see it doesn't get as much love as it should have, and it's a really cool release. I love the watermelon artwork on this. It's just so cool, and the little label, Beijing Watermelon. So yeah, another great title. Next up, it's one of my favourite releases of the year, and it's just one of those really smart Japanese films. It's Your Lovely Smile, directed by Lim Ka-wai, and it stars probably like currently probably my favourite indie Japanese director, Hirobumi Watanabe. I absolutely love his films, and he plays himself in this. It's such a meta film. It's a film about, not about filmmaking, but about distribution. And I think they've already released one, Third Window have released one of his films, which is And the Mud Ship Sails Away, in this set. And I've always messaged Adam Terrell and said, you need to release more of his work. You need to release more of his work. Because I feel like he doesn't get appreciated over here. And I think that's the reason why they won't release it, because I can understand that not many people know who he is. In Japan, he's like the indie god. One of his films, one of my favourite films of last year, Techno Brothers. And it's all about him trying to distribute, I think it is, he's trying to distribute Techno Brothers and show like an array of all his films, a retro on all his films, and this is just so cool. It's proper meta, and it's just so cool. It's funny, it's sad, it's charming, it's just so good. Definitely in my top 5 releases of the year. It's just absolutely amazing. I can't sell this film enough. I feel like everyone who loves Asian cinema should definitely pick this up. It's just brilliant. Next up, more from Third Window Films, we have one of my favourite films of this year. It is Shadow of Fire by Shinya Tsukamoto, one of the greatest directors of all time. I don't want to say too much about this film. I think people should go in knowing very little. It is about Japan after the Second World War, and the state it was in. It's quite sad, but it's shown through the eyes of this young boy. The only best way I could describe it is Godzilla -1 without Godzilla, but just done so beautifully, and it's just tragic, and there's a lot of hope in it as well at the same time. Yeah, I absolutely love this. This is the original artwork. Yeah, one of the best releases of the year. in my opinion. Another one, which is, I mean, this is exciting for several reasons, because who had the rights to this? Tartan Extreme had the rights to this, and they went bust, and everything was up in the air. And this is the only film of his catalogue to not have been released in the UK up until now. It is Shinya Tsukamoto's Vital. This is just, it's an amazing film. It's about this medical student played by Tananobu Asano. He's lost his memory, but he goes back to school, and he's doing an autopsy as part of his work, and the person that he's doing an autopsy on is someone he knew in his previous life. And it's just so atmospheric, it's so well made. I think it's one of Shinya Tsukamoto's best films, and I feel like no one really talks about it like they should do. Another one which is just one of the best releases of the year, and I think if this doesn't sell out, it is mad. Everyone should have a copy of this film, and it's just a great piece of cinema and film. Asano is just, I think it's one of his best films, to be honest, and yeah, definitely pick that up, guys. Last but not least, this is a great one. It is Warriors of the Twilight Walled In. Again, one of my favourite films of this year, directed by Soi Chung, who directed Limbo and Mad Fate. This is just a really cool crime thriller with martial arts in there. It's really like grimy, gritty. Stars Louis Koo, Sammo Hung, Aaron Kwok, Raymond Lam, and it's about the Kowloon walled city, and it's like one story of what went on in there. And I think this opens up to a great like cinematic world. I think that could easily be returned to at some point. And it's just so many great characters in this, so many big actors, and great like choreography in there, cinematography. It's just a really well made film. So that is my Blu-ray releases for this video. Hopefully I should do an unboxing soon. I've got so many other titles to show you guys. I just need to go through them and watch them. But yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know if you picked up any of these. What's your favourite title from this set? Hit the subscribe button, click like, and I will see you in the next video, guys. Take it easy.